It's finally time to do the endgame missions, starting with the Advent Network Tower mission. For this mission, you're only allowed to take 3 soldiers by default. So for the 3 we've chosen for this mission, I've decided to take a ranger for the flanking crits. His bond partner, a grenadier, for hollow targeting, shredding and cover destruction. And a gunslinger sharpshooter for the blue screen pistol abilities to deal with the cybernetic enemies on this mission. Our grenadier is tired, but this should be the last mission she needs to go on. Then for equipment, we're using the same standard items. We have Talon rounds for our ranger and blue screen rounds for our grenadier and sharpshooter. Our ranger is not using the Wraith suit, and that's just so that he has an inventory slot for the mimic beacon in case we get overwhelmed. And then our grenadier has the war suit, so we can replace one of her grenades with the blaster launcher.
To infiltrate the network tower. Locate the access point and hack in to seize the broadcast signal.
As mentioned, our main goal is to reach that central console and hack it. We don't have to kill all of the enemies, the mission immediately ends after the hack. We didn't get the option for squad concealment, so once we encounter pods they're going to immediately activate, and we know there's a Spectre pod near the objective. We'll use our ranger to scout, because he can still move with run and gun if needed. Our first pod is a pair of Archons. We'll start as usual by bringing our grenadier in and using hail of bullets to guarantee the hit and apply hollow targeting.
Here I come!
We'll pick the closer one for our ranger. Now we have a 100% shot for our ranger. We can bring him out into the open to bait using Untouchable, but first we'll see what our sharpshooter can do. Our sharpshooter can see both the targets, so we'll put all 5 shots into the other Archon. Now we can just finish off the first Archon and keep our run and gun for later.
You're nothing to me.
We heard a piece of glass break, but I'm not sure where it is. Before we move up again, we'll regroup with our sharpshooter and reload an Overwatch.
Let's do this! Good to go!
We're green to go. Affirmative, going now. I should be out there hunting.
We'll continue scouting with our ranger. I'm having a little trouble clicking on some tiles though.
Let's move already! Here I come!
Got it,
Overwatch! Covering now!
There's something out there.
This is a mistake. Our ranger has more mobility than our other units, and they're already a little behind. Our next pod is an Archon and a Muton. As you can see, our Grenadier doesn't have many options. She only has one tile where she can see the Muton. We'll try to kill it first, because the Archon will likely just use blazing pinions.
Let's do this! Come on, focus!
We can grapple up with our sharpshooter, but she'll be out in the open. If we move her, then she'll only get one shot at the Muton. Rapid fire is a waste here, as we have a 121% chance to crit, but I wanted to be sure the Muton was dead.
You're just lucky they don't let me use my hands.
We'll bring our sharpshooter up top, but we'll just hunker down. If we don't damage the Archon, it should use blazing pinions.
Finally! All set!
We got him on the run. I'm going.
We'll make room with our Ranger and then bring our Grenadier up for hollow targeting. Because of the mission bonuses, all of our units have squad sight. She also procced her hair trigger, but we'll save that for a second. We'll bring our sharpshooter down for pistol shots so that we can use our Grenadier for overwatch.
Tired of waiting around! You can't handle me! Moving to Overwatch.
Scanning.
Now we'll be a bit more cautious over how far ahead we move with our Ranger.
I can handle that.
Let's move already! Finally! Come
Gotta
get some! Scanning!
Our Grenadier can reach the block, so we'll move down to the planter next to it with our Ranger.
Whatever you say.
Next up is an Archon and a Codex. We can leave the Codex if necessary, so let's go for the Archon. We'll try Chain Shot since it has a 98% chance.
How many is that now?
We've now killed 6 enemies, and there should be 9 on this mission. The last pod must be a group of 3 with at least 1 Spectre.
On Overwatch.
We'll bring our Grenadier down with our Ranger before we move up. We know the Spectre pod is close to the objective.
That's one of their transmitters.
They didn't put a whole lot of effort into disguising the alien tech involved.
The design may be a function of the network itself. The amount of psionic energy filtered through that system is beyond measure. Back in! I'm on it!
We could briefly see two of them there. It looked like an Archon and a Spectre. We'll just keep approaching and try for an overwatch.
Tired of waiting around. Here I come. Overwatch. Got it covered. They're flanking my position. Not even close.
The last pod is two Archons and a Spectre. This pod is quite tanky, so we'll use the blaster bomb first. She'll still get another action because of salvo.
Homing in! Who's keeping score?
Rather than risk missing shots with our Ranger, we'll use teamwork to give another action to our Grenadier so she can at least holo target the other one. Between the holo targeting and the miss streak, we should have this.
I love it!
That should be all of the enemies, but we'll just regroup our sharpshooter for now.
Finally! On Overwatch!
No more alien activity means no more enemies, so we can just move straight towards the target.
No problem, boss.
Let's move already! Tired of waiting around!
Moving to Overwatch. Whatever you say. Target in range. Move to hack the command console. I can't smash this thing? I'm in. Status confirmed. We have control of the network tower. The signal is going out.
You do get a lot of help with this mission because of the bonuses. We probably could have scouted a little bit more efficiently, or even brought a Reaper, but it's usually manageable with good units and equipment.
I'm glad to see our new recruits aren't hesitating when it comes to taking out the aliens.
Our Grenadier acquired a negative trait because she was tired, but she probably won't be going on the final mission.
This is it, Commander. It's time we put an end to this, once and for all.
This is the final mission of the game, Operation Leviathan. As you can see, there are a lot of enemies, so we need to bring our best squad to handle this. Before we do that though, we're going to make a trip over to the training center. We're going to use all the AP we've been saving up for the soldiers we'll be taking on the mission. For our sharpshooter, shredder and holo targeting could be useful for when we take long watch shots. Blast Padding's extra point of armor could be helpful, but we might want the points for other abilities. For our Grenadier, Rapid Fire is just a better version of Chain Shot with a longer cooldown, and Run and Gun just gives us more flexibility. Untouchable is a great fallback if she gets a kill. And finally, Heavy Ordnance means we can bring an extra grenade.
Between our two peoples. Fox Stoller Burden, Commander.
On our Reaper, hollow targeting won't add much as he'll be taking killing shots most of the time, but it could be helpful for Banish. And target definition could also be good, as there will be more avatars on this mission which will be teleporting around. Next we'll want a Ranger. Guardian could be good, but she's not likely to land many of her Overwatch shots with a shotgun. Serial could be great though, if she gets into a good position. We've got 5 units now, including our Spark. We'll also probably bring a specialist on this mission, just in case we need additional medikits. Hollow targeting is always good, and Rupture is a nice damage ability for a specialist to have. Ideally you'd take more time to check your units and spend all of your AP, but we've got a pretty strong squad lined up now. So next time we'll be doing Operation Leviathan.